New from Deaf Crocodile in a two-part set is Signals, a space adventure and In the Dust of the Stars. We'll focus on Signals, a space adventure, this review, and move on to the next one in a later date. This is a 1970s film from East Germany. It had not a big budget. It's restored in 6K and it looks phenomenal. It has some clear influences from 2001 and it uses its budget incredibly well on the miniatures and the effects, and they really do look terrific. We start off with the Icarus, a spaceship that is following a signal as it suddenly finds into a meteor storm, and it kind of things go awry. Then we're introduced to Captain Vico, a man who is helming a other crew on a seemingly routine check, but he decides to investigate what's going on, but he doesn't really let anybody else in on what's happening here. And you have this current undercurrent of there is something strange going on, something weird that happened to that ship, and he doesn't want to terrify everybody by going into this situation, but he's amassed a crew of people who would be able to investigate this, someone who is trained in looking at different frequencies of signals, who can read these kind of information and inform the crew about this.
Vermutest du etwa vernunftbegabte Wesen dahinter?
Das wäre zumindest denkbar. Denn was das Verrückte ist, die Signale liegen in einem Millimeterbereich, den wir auf der Erde gar nicht empfangen können.
And there are a kind of detachment to this that leaves the film feeling a little bit cold. We have this crew who are spending their time just conversing, trying to get through various situations, theorising what they're going to do, and there are some exciting moments with miniatures and with their flying of the spaceships and things like that, but emotionally I felt really distanced from the film a lot, as it had this kind of cold clinical nature about it, particularly the lead man Vico, who is very insular. He doesn't really share a lot with his crew. He kind of keeps a lot of the information to himself, and he's putting a lot of pressure onto himself as well. There are moments where they just get to relieve their stress. At the start of the movie, at the kind of end of the movie, they're on a beach just having fun, and there's a almost hazy, ethereal feeling to this, and I was reading all kinds of things into it. Are they really here? Is this some kind of strange afterlife that they're all spending time on? It had this just hazy quality that I really kind of liked and was visually striking. A lot of the garish costumes are just wonderful. It has this really clinical feel to the whole spaceship. Everything is super shiny and clean and almost untouched. The outfits are just in your face and bright and kind of different, but it just creates a mood and a feeling for this. I thought Signals, a space adventure was fascinating. I was drawn into it, although I say it's a little bit cold and hard to break into the emotion of the story because it's a little bit devoid. It didn't take away the fact that I was fascinated by the look of the film, by the miniatures, by the space effects, by the characters as they were working towards this goal, even though they weren't quite 100% positive of what was going to happen. Beautiful looking film. The transfer is incredible. The story I thought was really enjoyable and was just something very different. You know, a science fiction film from a different region that I hadn't seen done before, and it's nice to see how they tackle these kind of big stories. I'm definitely looking forward to going to the next disc in this one, but first let's dive into the extras of Signals and see what there is. Here we are in the disc for Signals. Let's go to the extras. You'll see we've got a commentary track by Stephen Bissett. We have Other Worlds, Strange Dreams, the East German space operas of director Gottfried Kolditz, which runs at 17 minutes 29 seconds. Gives you an overview of the studio, the time which these films were made, and some of the other big notable films that came out of this studio at the time. And there is the original 1970 theatrical trailer. Also included in this set is a 78-page book, which comes with several essays, some interviews, notes on the restoration, and it's a great and fascinating read. Definitely made me more interested in some other DEFA sci-fi films. That's the extras for Signals. There we have it. Signals and In the Dust of the Stars is out. I would recommend picking it up. It's a terrific release. And yeah, let's move on to the next one after you tell me all about your thoughts on this film, if you've seen it or if you're interested in picking it up, or are you picking up at all. So let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on this one. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box are links to Patreon, membership program, and Man v Film. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.